Yo, what's up, guys? It's been rainy today, so just been watching a few movies. This first movie I'm going to review here, it's been on my to watch shelf for a long time, and I've kind of been dreading watching it for some reason, just because I had heard bad things and just the length of it, just a bunch of factors about it. I had just been dreading it for some reason, but I finally popped it in, and I gotta say, I was really impressed with it. That's A Cure for Wellness. Uh, this movie was badass. Basically, Dane DeHaan, he's like a high up dude in this like big, I don't really know what kind of business it is. It's some kind of big like firm of some sort, and basically his bosses sent him to this wellness center, kind of like they don't really describe exactly what it is in the beginning, but it's some kind of wellness center that the CEO of this company went to. And basically, they haven't heard from him, so they send Dane DeHaan to go there and get him back. But yeah, that's basically the extent. So, anyways, Dane DeHaan goes to this wellness center and he wants to talk to him. And they tell him to come back the next day, so he ends up leaving and gets in a crash. And then he wakes up a patient in this place, and that's basically the story of it. There's all these experiments going on with eels, and it kind of keeps it a mystery until the very end when everything's revealed. And I'll talk about the ending when I get there. But let me first off say the Blu-ray looks amazing. It's beautiful to look at. You know, it just everything looked beautiful, especially Gore Verbinski, who's the director. I don't know his choice of shots or whoever the cinematographer was. Very, very good. I mean, just beautiful shots and the imagery in it. Some of it's real creepy, like the eels and just stuff like that. And just there's a vibe to it that I like a lot. It's kind of like Shutter Island mixed with like an H.P. Lovecraft type thing. Um, I feel like this movie should have did a lot better than it did. I think this was should have been one of the better horror films of the year. This came out last year, I think. 2016, 2017 it says. So, yeah, I'd put it up. I mean, it wasn't better than like It and stuff like that, but this was a really good movie. Because I know this bombed when it came out. I like the whole look of the hospital or like the wellness center they're in. It's really bland, but there's so much crazy stuff going on in it that it gives it character too. It's the story keeps you really interested throughout, even though it is a 2.5 hour runtime. It did keep my interest throughout. And I gotta say, the girl Mia Goth, who she put a really cool performance. You weren't sure what was up with her. Uh, so I thought that was cool. She was like a real childlike, and her look kind of fit it and everything too. Uh, but basically, other than that, there's not a whole lot much more to say. I do want to say though that this takes place in Poland, or I'm not exactly sure where country this takes place, but it's a foreign country. So like they go to this bar and there's this group of kids who are supposed to be like the town gangsters or whatever, and they look absolutely ridiculous. Like they wouldn't be intimidating whatsoever over here in America. But yeah, this had a good mystery throughout it. It's genuinely creepy, some good imagery, beautiful cinematography. This movie bombs. So like I said, you could find this movie at Walmart or Best Buy or whatever for $10 or less. It's definitely worth that. I mean, it's from the director of The Ring. It's cool. Now the ending, save for last, I thought the ending was kind of awful. I really didn't like it. I didn't like the effects during the big reveal. I'm not going to give it away, but let's just say I wasn't a fan of the effects. I just wasn't a fan of how the story turned that way. It kind of made this movie feel like it should have belonged in like the Universal Monsters or something. It just kind of the vibe and the whole tone of the movie took like a totally different turn right when that twist happened. You know what I mean? So, that's all I want to say about it. Find this for $10 or less. Definitely pick it up. I mean, you may really love the ending. I didn't like the ending. But like I said, the 2 hours and 20 minutes before the ending was worth it enough to have that bad of an ending for me to still give this a good rating. You know what I mean? I'll give it a 7.5. Quality of the Blu-ray bumps up to an 8 out of 10. You know, it was really enjoyable. So I wasn't clock watching at all, surprisingly, for a 2.5 hour movie on this. So yeah, definitely give The Cure for Wellness a chance. All right, guys, peace.